All right. Welcome back to the healing. Now, we are getting ready to hack for 80 bits to hack into what was it, like a CFM radio or something? A city FM radio. We were hacking into this radio station to try to get the ID for a presenter by the name of Thomas. That Zoe did a she kind of sent us a radio snippet of this presenter named Thomas. And so we're trying to get Thomas's ID. That way we could contact said Thomas. Unfortunately, Zoe doesn't have Thomas's contact. We tried asking her and she just doesn't have it. So we're gonna just go ahead and do the easy thing by hacking into the radio station. In the last video, unfortunately, one of our beloved characters did get eliminated by Dr. Crow. Dr. Crow extinguished the pestilence that was the incurable Valentine. It's very heartbreaking. So sad. So sad. Let's go ahead and hack for 80 bits and see where that gets us. Phenomenal. Of course I am. I'm in tongue-tied. Let's see what I can find. All right. Julius was reaching out to J.K. Knight to see what was going on with him, and fuck, the sicko blocked me right away. And you dirty bastard. What did you do to Burn? Tell me now. I swear I'll kill you. Answer me, you asshole. I don't talk to vermin like you. You're a real coward. And then he blocked him. Yeah, that didn't really work out for you too well, did it, Julius? I didn't think it would. Tim, I knew it. Yeah, me too, Tim. I'm right there with you. It was worth a try. If I were him, I would have blocked you too. Look, I would have blocked you too, Julius. Probably gonna get upset. Yeah, he got a little upset with me about that. It's true. What the? Well, look what you wrote to J.K. Knight. You didn't even try to be his friend like we were. We at least tried to be his friend first. He gave us some information. That's how we got information from him. We were his friend. We didn't go in there threatening him. At least I don't think we did. We might have. I don't remember. Guys, I think I found something. Uno momento, por favor. Got it. Look here. His ID. All right, so we're looking for Thomas. Thomas Dickenbrock. All right. That's got to be it, right? Dickenbrock. Zero 031258. Thomas Dickenbrock. Tongue-tied, it's best for you to write them. I think you have a knack for this kind of thing. I of course I do. So Roxy says, yay, this is exactly what we were looking for. Just pointing out the obvious again, Roxy. Wolf did all that. Wolf didn't. I'm the one that hacked into it. He just pulled the file. Anna, come on, Anna. I hacked into it. Where's my credit? But all right, I'll definitely reach out to him. What was the number again? 003 something? 033? 031258. Thank you, Tongue Tie. Keep us posted. 031258. Oh, it's right there. 031258. Thomas. New contact has been added. Perfect. Check you out, Thomas. No other gallery. My Instagram. He does have an Instagram, but he doesn't have any other pictures in his gallery. No, maybe he has it set to private because we're not friends yet. He's like, look, you can check out my Instagram, but you can't see my pics yet because we're not that close. But you can check out my pics on Instagram if you want. All right, Thomas. Hello, Thomas. My name's Tongue Tied. Hi there. Do we know each other? Not yet, but we will. But I'm your new. I know your new program. No, but I know your news program. Not yet, to be honest. Not. Should we? We should check. We should talk about his program, right? We should be like, hey, I know you from your news program. I mean, we don't really know each other yet, but I know you from your news program. Flatter him a little bit. Tell him about how crazy or how amazing it is. It's about the murder case on Bishop Street. The victim, Valentine, he was a friend of mine. How awful. I'm so sorry for your loss. Thank you. Only you can help us. I have a big favor to ask. Should we go straight to the favor? Yeah, let's go straight to the favor. We urgently need more information from you. Can you tell me more about the crime scene? Do you have details on how it happened? Do you know anything about a second person who was at the scene? I guess if we ask about the crime scene, that's more of a general statement that kind of covers how it happened and if there's any other person. So let's do that. Let's ask about the crime scene. Even if I wanted to, I can't tell you any details. That would put me in a hell of a mess. Well, Thomas, looks like we got to put you in a hell of a mess then. And between you and me, I would certainly not want to mess with the police officer in charge. Hannah Feist. She can be pretty scary when she's angry. But if Valentine really was a friend of yours, the police will give you more information for sure. Thanks anyways. Please reconsider. Anything I can do to change your mind? There's got to be something, right? I've got plenty of Bics I can I can give him all the Bics through the dictaphone. As I said, I could lose my job. All right, Thomas. I guess that was no good. So what did the radio guy say? Not good. He can't help us. Unfortunately, Thomas cannot help us. What an idiot. I agree, Julius. Unfortunately, his point of view is understandable. It was worth a try. I suppose his point of view is understandable. I mean, could cost him his life, essentially. His job, his life, everything. So, I guess it's understandable. It's not what I was looking for, but I get it. Roxy doesn't get it. Understandable. Tim, well, I can kind of understand Thomas. Why would he put his job on the line for a total stranger? Right. I mean, he has a lot to lose. And now what? If we want to find Burned, we need all the info on the crime scene. The drawing, the message, anything could be a clue. Zoe, guys, I could give it a try. I think I have an idea. Keep your fingers crossed. Italian. I don't know if that was supposed to be the Italian hand emoji, or if she was actually trying to do the fingers crossed and she sent us the wrong one. Well, now I'm curious. Thank you. Oh, investigators. Wolf set up a new. It's Helmut. Isn't that Helmut? Helmut Strasser. That's right. It's Helmut Strasser. He's one of the detectives that we worked with in The Sign. And we were so dead set on not letting him see the video. And it got to a point I was like, you know what? Let him see it. Let him. And he started going insane really quick. And that's when we started talking to Emily Strasser. No way. And Helmut Strasser's got an Instagram as well. Okay, Tongue-Tied, it's about time I introduce you to someone. And then it's Helmut. Hello, Tongue-Tied. This is Detective Strasser. He is an acquaintance of mine. It's best if you briefly introduce yourself again, Helmut. Yes! Let's talk to Helmut.
Yes, hello. As Wolf already told you, my name is Helmut Strasser, and I'm a chief detective. Wolf passed passed all the important information about you on to me, and I'm prepared to help you.
Apparently, I've been saying his name wrong this entire time. Helmut. It's Helmut, not Helmut. It's Helmut. Sorry, Helmut. Didn't. I'll just say Strasser. I got that one right. It's nice to meet you, policeman. You know what happened to Valentine, didn't you? Thank you for your help, detective. Look, thank you for your help, detective. Helmut Strasser. Been saying his. I played a whole game saying his name wrong. My pleasure. I trust Helmut completely. It just doesn't sound right anymore. It doesn't sound right to me now. I trust Helmut completely. We already went through a lot together. Wolf saved my life and the lives of my children. Yeah, of Emily as well. I don't remember what the son's name was, or the Emily's brother. I don't remember what his name was. We tried to work with him in the sign, and he didn't really work with us too well. He kind of blew us off a little bit. A little bit. How'd you two meet? What exactly did you do, Wolf? Seriously? Look, how did you two... I'm curious if they're going to bring up the sign and a different investigation. It's been a while now. But back then, this kind of thing was normal. Oh, it's a video from the sign. And I think I know which one it is. And I don't want to watch it. I just don't... I'm not scared. Look, I'll watch it. I'll watch it. I'm not scared to watch it. I just know which video this is. I know what it is. But I'm not scared. Look, we'll watch it together.
Did you hear that? It's like this all the time. Something's not right. Hold on a sec. Oh my God. What the fuck is that? Shit.
Oh, shit. Fuck. Shit. I forgot to do that. Not scared. It didn't get me. It didn't scare me. Nice try, Tim. It didn't work. Ah. Nice fake. Tell me all about it. What the fuck was that? I do want to ask them to tell me all about it and see what they actually say. I would love to hear that like backstory. But the what the fuck was that is it's that's the chef kiss of the comments to this video. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do what was that? It's a story for another time. Oh, come on, Wolf. Give me something. Helmut, that's right. We should take care of your problem before we wallow in memories. Now listen to me carefully, tongue-tied. This Dr. Crow should definitely not be underestimated. Nobody is allowed to know about our cooperation, especially no external police. Good. I like that. Actually, private investigations in this case have been forbidden from the very top. Got it. Can you explain that in a little more detail? I'm not even allowed to inform our group. It's probably best that we don't. I mean, we can't even trust who in our group will or will not go to the police. Like, we didn't think that Burned and Valentine were going to go to the police, and then they did. Now, with them being captured and Valentine being, extinguished, I don't see anyone else in the group going to the police, so I don't see that as like a problem. But look, I get it. I got it, Helmut. Good. The investigation in this case has been going on for a long time now. It started a little less than 3 years ago. I arrived at an absolutely horrific crime scene. Believe me, It was awful. But the worst thing was not a single useful lead. Sadly, this was not the only case. For 3 years, I've been stumbling absolutely blind through cases like this, and they all had one thing in common: testimonies about a creature in the costume of a plague doctor. He was always one step ahead of me. The twists and turns in his story exceed anything I've ever seen before, or I've seen so far. I don't know why I just added my own sentence in there. Imagine having to fight your way through the jungle with a dull bread knife. Then there is this imminent danger of betrayal, too. We've long been aware that part of the police force has been infiltrated by supporters of the doctor. That's not good. But it's impossible to guess how many colleagues this affects. In my opinion, however, the number is incredibly high. That's not good at all. So that kind of goes to show you that Helmut and Burned, when they went to the police, the police officers might have been like, "Yeah, we're taking you straight to boss. We're taking you to the master." Who knows? J.K. Knight might even be a police officer. I would have never thought Dr. Crow had so much power. There's really nowhere safe from him. Is there nothing you can do? I did not think that Dr. Crow had that much power. Like, he infiltrated the police force. That's crazy. He may be absolutely insane, but his powers of persuasion and the realization of his plans indicate a strong leader and tactician. But you are a more important piece of this puzzle, tongue-tied. With you, I finally have the joker I've always been looking for. Call me a joker. I'm not a joker. I know what he means, though. He's like, I finally got the wild card. Like, I can work with this. I support you as much as I can. Thank you for your help, Detective Strasser. Look, I'll support you as much as I possibly can. By the way, I would also like to express my condolences to you. I found out everything about your friend's deaths. Valentine actually did the right thing. Calling the police seemed to be the only weapon against Dr. Crow for him. But when you fire a gun, there's always recoil. Valentine wasn't prepared for the force of the recoil. He expected protection and security from the police, but found the opposite. Especially for me as chief detective, this is a disgrace. Right. So Valentine reached out to the police, and they betrayed him. They betrayed Valentine. They didn't uphold the oath of protecting the citizens of the community. Like, it's terrible. It's not good. Not good. They just kind of handed Valentine right to Dr. Crow. It's not good. It's not your fault. Thank you for your condolences. It's sad for the police. Look, I thank you, Helmut. I appreciate it. Thank you for this detailed monologue, Helmut. The next points as short as possible, please. We're running out of time. You're right, Wolf. Sorry. I understand you're considering contacting my colleague, Hannah Feist, about everything. Although I'm absolutely certain she is not working for Dr. Crow, I would still advise against it. Hannah Feist was never really... She never really helped us at all in any of the other games that we played. She just never did. She was always kind of like pointing fingers at us rather than helping us. Which Helmut in the beginning was pointing fingers at us as well until we let him watch the video, and then sure enough, he was on our side about it. So I would still advise against it. She's a good person, but her urge to do everything strictly according to protocol sometimes gets in the way of justice. Wolf, I totally agree. Check. Next point. Helmut, I keep drawing increasingly tighter circles around Clara's location. Right. And I will do further research so we can save Burned. Thank you, Mr. Strasser. It's nice to have you in this game as well. Premium content option. I'm wondering if this is a segue to the authors, because now we're starting to break through that like fourth wall of talking about the game. So I appreciate you being a part of this game as well, Mr. Strasser. Yes, Tim. You thought that putting a video in there from the sign was gonna scare Tongue-Tied? It didn't, Tim. It didn't scare me one bit. I'm unscarable.
Okay, I think you and we need to have a little chat. You can't possibly mention that the characters are actual characters in a game, or mention our other games to them. Don't you know what kind of damage that can cause? This could end up in a huge disaster. Oh man, now I have to figure out how I can fix this. Daniel's gonna take care of you for a minute. I'll talk to you later.
I love it. I absolutely love it. What's going? Where's Daniel? Or is it Daniel? Is it Daniel or Daniel? Who do we got? There's Daniel for you guys. All right, it's Daniel. Oh man, I think Tim is mad now. Carson, I think so too. Look, I didn't mean it. It was an accident. I haven't done anything. Sorry. Oh, I love these. I don't even know how to respond. Like, do I just play stupid? Like, I didn't do anything. I didn't do it. It wasn't my fault. I'm gonna go with that. Look, I didn't do anything. I'm just gonna play stupid. He's always a little strict about things like that. Oh, Daniel, you have your proper avatar back. What? Oh, I mean, Daniel. There he is. What up? It's me, Daniel. Here we go again. We all know it's you, Daniel. Hi, look, I'm going with it. Hi, Daniel. We'll keep it secret. We'll keep it. We're keeping your secret, Daniel. I mean, Daniel. Daniel, the cat is out of the bag. Okay. I really missed you too much, Tongue-Tied. I appreciate that, Daniel. I was a little embarrassed to admit it, but now it's out. It's okay. It's okay. Look, I just sent him. I'm just gonna send him a heart. The main thing is that you're back. Is Tim really mad now? Look, Tim, I get it, Tim. I apologize. I didn't mean to break the fourth wall. I didn't mean, I didn't mean it. But I'm sending Daniel a heart because I'm glad he's back. Tim is online. Phew. He fixed it. I appreciate it, Tim. Should be all good now. You fixed it. You really could have caused a minimal catastrophe there, Tongue-Tied. Didn't mean it. Sorry. Where did that answer choice with the Detective Strasser even come from? Sometimes I think the game has a mind of its own. Because I didn't write it. Speaking of writing, we'd like to give Tongue-Tied some insight into the daily grind of writing, Tim. Like I did with the media. Oh, I would love that. Yeah, I can do that. Won't take long. Perfect. Sorry, I'm not really interested. No, sounds exciting. Yes, tell me about it. So you'll explain to me how these chats were written. Look, tell me everything. Tell me all about it. All right, then. I'll DM you right away. Oh dear, I must warn you, Tongue-Tied. He can be a little over-enthusiastic sometimes. A little. Just a little. True. he's like, I'm not, yeah, it's true. I'm not going to deny it one bit. See you in a minute, Tim. What did I get my look? See you in a minute, Tim. Love it. Absolutely love it. Enjoy, Tongue-Tied. Or talk to you later, Tongue-Tied. Peace. Tim. Huh. Here I am. Here you are. Do you have any gallery? No. What were we going to do again? Oh, you were going to tell me all about writing your stuff. Give me some insight. Yep. Ah, yes. Okay, then. You have to imagine it like this. Everything you're reading right now, I wrote. So also this, and this, and this too. And that too, and that. And that answer option right here is from me too. Um, hmm. Do I just go do I go with the flow, or do I like change it? Cuz obviously he wrote the answer that I'm trying to give him. So the answer that I'm given is from him to and yeah, I'm going with it. And the answer option right here is from me too. Sorry, just wanted to visualize it. And of course Daniel contributes to a lot of chats as well. It's not only me, of course. Right now I'm sitting at my desk typing this chat. Well, not exactly right now. By the time you read this, it'll probably be a few months later. What is this? Is this like this is kind of like a program. So it's like the spider web of chats. Like your response leads to this chat, which leads to this outcome, which leads to this comment, which leads to another chat. It's like the spider web that's going and leading everything into your story that builds your story. That's awesome. That's what it looks like from my side, by the way. Oh, yeah. So this is what his computer screen looks like. And you can see all the different chats and how they lead into different parts of the story and how they build the rest of the story. It's very cool. Are you on Skype with Daniel? You can see that he's talking with Daniel. It looks like he's Skyping with him or just talking with him. They're probably working together to build this story. But it's super cool. Very cool. Love these insights. You probably want a more serious insight, don't you? You know, I really love my job. Writing chats is so much fun. But it's not as easy as you might think. We have to think of every detail. You almost have to think in the future, too. Like, you have to make sure that your chats in episode 1, 2, 3 still follow the same path in episode 8, 9, and 10, or however many episodes later in the future. You have to make sure that they flow. And you can't, like, it's probably very difficult to leave chats out or to leave out critical information and details that may end up later on in the story. It's probably really difficult. Every decision you make must be considered. A decision that seems unimportant to you can have massive consequences on the whole game. Let me show you an example. In the very first chat with Anna, you agreed with her, and you said Dr. Crow could be really dangerous. The players who said he was harmless are reading something else right now, just as an example. Interesting. So, are the people who said that he's harmless, are they reading in the very first chat with Anna? You disagreed with her. You said that Dr. Crow could be really harmless or could be harmless. So the players who said he was dangerous are reading something else right now. I wonder if that's how it works. I have no idea. I don't I because now I'm curious as to what path could we could have taken if we said that Dr. Crow was harmless. Like, would Valentine still be alive? I don't know. What else do you do? Can I also be an author in your team? Hmm. Answer 4. I don't know what answer 4. Can I also be an author in your team? Do I ask? But I'm also curious as to what else Tim does. I want to ask what, only because I don't I don't think I personally have the talent to the creativity, the creative talent to figure out and to think that far ahead with stories and building these stories. Look, what else do you do, Tim? Because I don't think I'd be a good author. I just don't. Of course, Daniel, Carson, and I are also developing the whole story. We plan the videos of the actors and much more. But now I have to continue with the game chats. If you want more serious look, uh, is that even possible? If you want a more serious look, if that's even possible, into the story and the chats, Daniel will provide you with this in the next author chat for sure. He's the more serious of the two of us anyway. Don't tell him I said that though. Okay, now really. Ciao for now. Adios. So in the next author chat, it seems like we'll be talking with Daniel, and maybe we'll get some more information about what it takes to be an author. Back with Zoe. Guys, I talked to Thomas. Oh, that's good news. Wait, where's the so it didn't really change. I thought maybe Tim would have went through and like changed our message here instead of saying like it's nice to have you in this game as well. Maybe they just deleted that out of our actual message that we chose because he was like, okay, don't worry, I fixed it. I thought maybe he was gonna delete that message and just put thank you, Mr. Strasser, and put an end to it, but it didn't. So what did he say? Come on, don't beat around the bush. He's prepared to join the group to answer all our questions. Really? How'd you do that? Why joining the group? I thought you were asking him. Look, how'd you do that? He didn't even come close to joining with when I was asking him. I had to promise him something. What did you promise, Zoe? Once we know what's behind all this and who Dr. Crow is, Thomas will get an exclusive interview with me. As long as you keep me out, that's fine with me. All right, Roxy. Ditto, Roxy. All right, Julius. Don't worry, we will. Just a sec. I'll add him. So we're going to have Thomas part of our group now. And Zoe was able to do that by giving him the rights to an exclusive interview when this is all said and done. Hello, everyone. I'm Thomas. I'm upset with you, Thomas. I'm not happy that you told me no. You told Zoe yes. Hi. So we meet again. Yes. So we meet again, Thomas. I'm using it. I'm sorry I blew you off early. You should be sorry. Zoe told me everything. About Dr. Crow, J.K. Knight, your group, the healings, and that you're already lost 2 friends. So how can I help? What do you want to know? Premium content option. Were you able to photograph the drawing from the crime scene? Let's see what that drawing is. Yes, I was. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. I love it. It still sends cold shivers down my spine. Oh, I don't like it anymore. Poor Valentine. Is there a clue anywhere in here, though? Does this mean anything? I don't think so. Macabre? It's macabre? Is that like a type of art form? Macabre? Should we use that? Because that seems like, I mean, it's got all caps on the OMG. It's got an exclamation point. Like, seems like it might be a clue. So maybe Macabre is a clue to this. Maniac. I have another question. How did Valentine die? Why were you on the scene so quickly anyway? How did Valentine die? Do you know, Thomas? That is a good question too. Like, how did Thomas end up on the scene so quickly? Do you really want to know? I must warn you, it's absolutely cruel. It almost made me throw up. I know, I don't want to hear this. Sorry, Anna, but every bit of information could be important. Please tell us, Thomas. All right. His body was covered with stab wounds. My God, when I think of all that blood. But that's not the worst of it. There were several threads and strings threaded through his body, kind of like a puppet. That's not good. Look, he definitely didn't deserve this. Valentine was a good person. He didn't deserve this. Disgusting bastard. It's so terrible. Guys, we have to be strong for Burns now. Thomas, in your report you mentioned a message. What exactly was that? What did Crow leave at the crime scene? Alright, guys, but this must stay between us. Hannah Feiss explicitly told me that this must not get out to the public. This piece of knowledge could be the decisive clue for the police. We're silent as the grave. I don't. that might be tasteless to say that we're silent as the grave. Yeah, I'm not gonna say that. Look, I'm just gonna do fingers crossed. It's a little. If we said that at this point in time, I feel like that would be a little tasteless. We won't tell anyone. It goes without saying. Okay. Incurable. Right. Does that look like a kind of looks like a snake eating its own tail? What does that mean? Maybe another riddle. This is no ordinary snake. Doesn't a snake stand for death? It doesn't. It definitely doesn't look like an ordinary snake. Correct, tongue ties. I'm a jam genius. Ouroboros, the snake that eats itself. Or what? What does that mean? Well, in many cultures, the Ouroboros stands for rebirth and infinity. In psychology, it can also be seen as a metaphor for a new stage in life, for transformation. During my studies, we talked about a similar snake, Jormungandr, the Midgard serpent. In Germanic mythology, it is seen as one of the three enemies of the world. My God, Vertigo, the seven deadly sins, now some snakes in Nordic mythology. How many more topics does he want to touch on? That's what I'm wondering too, but somehow it all has to be connected. Sorry, but what does this have to do with Crow or Valentine? I'm completely lost now. Okay, that means let's see what it is. Let's see what it means. What does it mean? So it means that Crow sees himself as this snake. Crow is finally gone completely insane. Crow sees Valentine as an enemy of the world. Hmm. if the snake is transformation, I don't think Crow sees himself as a snake, but he probably sees Valentine as an enemy of the world because of whatever he considers pestilence. I don't think I don't think it's I don't think it's that Crow sees himself as a snake. It's a sign that stands for rebirth and infinity. It's also a metaphor for a new stage in life. Does Crow see himself as the snake? I don't think he does. I think he sees other people as a way of being the snake, like as a way of rebirthing and, starting a new stage in life. I don't think he sees himself as a snake. He's definitely gone completely insane. That's true. But I think he also sees Valentine as like an enemy of the world. To call him incurable as of whatever pestilence he thinks he has, and then to extinguish that pestilence. I rather think the opposite in this case. Crow is absolutely delusional. He must think of himself as some kind of deity or transformer. So he thinks of himself as a snake. It's insane. Oh gosh. What have I gotten myself into? Roxy still doesn't get it. That's okay, Roxy. Lucy, guys, I have to tell you something. With everything that's going on, I hadn't thought about it. When Crow had me in his clutches, I noticed something about him. He wore a signet ring with exactly this symbol. Wait, I tried to make a drawing of it. I haven't shown it to Tim yet either. TB? He wore that ring, and there's a snake. It's got the snake on there. But what does TB mean? The snake is forming a circle with the letters TB inside. Those are probably his initials. Maybe, maybe not. Could B stand for burned? I don't think so. I don't know. It could probably stand for anything. Could T stand for Tim? Could T stand for Thomas? Could B stand for burned? Maybe Tim is Dr. Crow and burned is unknown. No. It could literally stand for just about anything. I don't think it stands for Tim, Thomas, or burned. Tim, Tim, your name starts with a T. So does mine. My name actually has 2 T's in it, Julius. Are you implying that I am Dr. Crow? You're out of your mind. Like, it's not that unlikely. You've been acting sus right from the start, Tim. You're kidding, right? What should the B stand for? Your last name. Brains. Ringelman. Oh. Tim Ringelman. Definitely doesn't start with a B. Good. Then that's out of the question. What a funny last name. Who could TB stand for then? Settle down, guys. The initials were just an idea. Or I guess we could say, what does TB stand for? Maybe it doesn't have an actual meaning as far as a name, but it could have a meaning as far as a what. Maybe it stands for something completely different. I'll be busy for the next few hours. Have another meeting with the manager of the radio station regarding the interviews with Hannah Feist. All right. Thank you, Thomas. Thomas is now offline. But the rest of us shouldn't sit around doing nothing until then either. So what do you have in mind, Tim? Like, what do you think we should do? What the hell is this? What the hell is what? Not again. She's like, not again. What the hell is what? What's going on? Doesn't this bullshit ever end? Apparently not, Julius. Dr. Crow has a new message. I'm sure it has something to do with burned. It is time to execute the sentence. That's what the little message says right before we open up the healing chat from Dr. Crow. I wonder if he's going to point out that we're no longer he's no longer able to join our chats. I wonder if he points any of that out, Dr. Crow. We'll find out what Dr. Crow wants to say in the next video. I hope you guys are enjoying the healing as much as I am. I hope you guys really enjoy the authors. When the authors come in and talk, they break that fourth wall. I truly, truly enjoy it. Like it's so fun. And I hope you guys are enjoying it as well. Let me know what you think about everything that's going on right now in the comments down below. Hit that like button on your way out. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and join the Tethered. As always, thanks for watching. Love you all. And we'll see you next time. Goodbye.